You were told the same thing your whole life. Work hard, save your money, and one day you'll be comfortable. It sounds responsible. It sounds safe. And for most people, it quietly guarantees they will never be wealthy. Because there's a difference nobody explains between saving money and building wealth. And confusing the two is one of the most expensive mistakes you can make. Let's start with an uncomfortable fact. The money sitting in your bank account is not standing still. It's shrinking. Every year, prices rise. The same groceries, the same rent, the same tank of fuel cost a little more than they did last year. That slow rise is inflation, and it means the cash you're proudly holding buys less and less over time. Leave money sitting in a regular account and you are quietly getting poorer while feeling responsible. Here's the trap in plain numbers. If prices rise a few percent a year and your savings account pays you almost nothing, then every year your money loses a slice of its real value. Do that for a decade and the cash you carefully set aside can lose a meaningful chunk of what it could actually buy. You didn't spend it. You didn't lose it. It simply melted, silently, while you weren't looking. Saving alone doesn't protect you from that. In many ways, it locks you into it. So why were we all told to save? Because saving is the first step. But people mistake it for the whole staircase. Saving is how you gather the raw material. What you do with that material is what actually matters. And the wealthy do something very different with it than everyone else. They don't hoard cash, they convert it. The moment they have savings beyond what they need for emergencies, they turn that money into things that grow. Ownership in companies, real estate, businesses, assets that rise in value and pay them along the way. Instead of letting inflation eat their money, they own the very things whose prices inflation pushes up. When rents rise, they own the property collecting the rent. When companies raise prices, they own a slice of those companies. Inflation stops being the thing that drains them and becomes the thing that lifts them. This is the quiet divide. Savers park their money somewhere it slowly loses value. Investors move their money into things that outrun inflation and multiply. Same starting amount, opposite direction. And the longer the clock runs, the wider that gap becomes, until two people who started identically end up in completely different worlds. Now, this doesn't mean saving is bad. You absolutely need savings. An emergency cushion of a few months' expenses in cash, ready and untouched, so that one bad month doesn't force you to sell everything or reach for a loan. That buffer is what lets you invest with a calm head. The mistake is stopping there. The mistake is treating the safety cushion as the destination and letting money pile up far beyond it, doing nothing, quietly rotting. So the shift is simple, but it changes everything. Keep enough cash to be safe. Then take everything beyond that and put it to work. In broad, boring, long-term investments that grow over years, not schemes that promise to double your money by next month. You are not trying to get rich quickly. You are trying to stop your money from dying slowly and then let time do the heavy lifting. And time is the real secret here. Money that's invested doesn't grow in a straight line. The returns start earning their own returns, and the whole thing snowballs, which means the person who moves their money out of a dead savings account and into real assets even a few years earlier can end up dramatically ahead, not because they earned more, but because they gave their money more time to multiply instead of melt. So here's the honest version of the advice you were given as a child. Saving money will keep you afloat. It will not make you wealthy. Cash that just sits there is losing a race you didn't even know you were running. The people who build real wealth save just enough to be safe, and then they stop saving and start owning. Do the same and give it time, and you stop being someone inflation quietly robs and become someone it quietly makes richer.